Good morning, sunshine. This is your daily insight on life and love for October 9th, 2020, also being timeless. So wherever you're pulled to this in time, this could have a message for you. This is a general collective reading. It's not going to make sense to everybody, so don't force it to fit. If it doesn't fit, let it fall away or ask questions about booking your own personal reading. I have extended the coronavirus sale to ASMR, to Reiki, and also ASMR, Reiki, and guided meditation. Sorry about that. I have a plethora of tools that I use. Those are the few that I'm adding into the coronavirus. If you have any questions about my healing tools that I use, feel free. My email's below. And also, you can find me on any social platform. Definitely reach out, say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I am in New York, and it is a beautiful fall day. Let's kick this reading off. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And there's a thumbs up somewhere. I know that likes to be hit a lot. Just give it a go. Let's do this. So we're kicking this off with the High Priestess and the Moon as the beginning and end-based part of the reading. You are absolutely desirable, and this is a lot of communication. You have a lot that comes through you. Not always in verbal communication. This is the energy you give off, the light that you give off, your aura, all of these things. You communicate so much more than just verbal. And this is a very healing energy that's coming through you. You have a lot of illusions that are being dispelled right now. So this, I feel like you're probably getting rid of imposter syndrome, but also we have the eclipse as a moon too. You're really showing what you're made out of, your strength, your perseverance. And I feel like this is divinely inspired. And the reason I'm getting that is the holy fruits are standing out to me on this. I think they're pomegranates. I'm going with holy fruits. It's a thing. So, you amazing person, you. This is in the middle of it. This is what is going through this at this point in time. Moving on from something rather fast. It's ending of really important dynamics in your life. It feels like they weren't necessarily healthy for you. It feels like you were beyond your years with wanting to progress and maturity, and it seems like you set your sights out really far. Whatever you have walked away from or what you're contemplating walking away from is not in alignment. It's not something that you can just kick back and relax with. This is, I know this sounds really weird, and I never think, and I fully believe that nobody is better than anybody. There's something about the integrity of this situation or the people that you might be walking away from where you're probably realizing that there's some aspect about them that you don't want to have at your table with you. So this, you're seeing everything in a new light, and you have to work on what seems to be what your line is, what your line of acceptance is. So yes, you're amazingly desirable, but you can't have everything continuously taken from you, especially when it's something that is lacking a certain integrity. The moons are standing out on all of this. A lot of shadow work is going on right now. And I don't think that this is a depressive stage. I think that it's a stone cold sober realization that makes your entire world look insanely new. Yeah, this is good. It's getting rid of your limitations, but it also has some complication that you are getting rid of. So this is where we are kicking off this reading. It's not bad. It's just, for the moment, a little complicated or complicating because you're progressing. Something else isn't. And that's not your job to make sure that something else is living up to its best. Unless it's obviously something that you are the guardian of, and that's your legal responsibility or your heartfelt responsibility. And also let's bring in the line of codependency. Yeah, I could go on about that, but I'm just gonna say at the one final stage of that, yes, our kids will always be our kids. Whether or not we birth them or we create our family, it's all the same. And the reason why I say that codependency bit is because a lot of people do experience that. And at one point, does a person stop putting the blame on their situation at others and start taking complete ownership of their life? So in some cases, it might be that realization that somebody is having to take complete control of their life, and that it might be a codependent relationship. And again, I'm not speaking for children and things that you have a legal guardianship over. So I just feel I had to clear the air on that. So why is this happening? You see me shuffling, right? Because you are this amazing spiritual powerhouse. You have been ascending. You are getting on a higher level of vibration. And yeah, I mean, you know, we're going through ascension. We're going through the age of Aquarius, all these things. Everyone is going through an ascension phase of some sort. And it's just, where is it going? You have something that's incredibly desirable, in some cases unobtainable to some people who are around you, and that's okay. Oh, God, when I first saw these, on the High Priestess, when I first got my first tarot deck, it was Christmas 98. No, Christmas 97, I think. Yeah, I was 12 years old. And I saw the High Priestess, and I saw the pillars on the side. And me being the goofball I was, my mind just went, salt and pepper shakers. Okay. I was a goof. Still am. Who am I kidding? All right. You got to be more protective of your energy, because you are so empathic. You give off this healing energy that just draws people in, and you have you have the beacon. So this is having all of this wounded energy flock to you, when all it needs to realize is that it can save itself. Yes, you are a conduit for some of this. Okay, I need to step back from that right now, because I'm getting that not everyone is working with that path. So let's see where else we are going. I'm getting that healing path, and then there's this just simple self-care and people who are overstepping this boundary with you, and you allowing it at that point in time because you didn't want to be rejected. Well, now the tables have turned, and you're pushing back the boundaries because you are seeing how ungrounded this connection is, or this situation is, and how it's completely unstable to run this path the way that it is. So then it's you realizing that you can't be afraid of being alone in this, because if you put up with this situation, which is so highly against you, it feels like you're alone already. So this, you kind of have to pick, all right, is this, am I going to give in to this for this false validation and this false sense of safety? Or am I going to respect myself, respect my boundaries, and see who shows up for that? And not worry about who isn't willing to show up for that, because at least I know this now. That is, again, one of the minor complications, because you are going to be shocked at who steps up and who is stepping aside in this. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Why is this happening? All right, so I am being pulled to use the Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to see what comes out. I used this for the mini reads earlier, so I just shuffled it in the cards. Let's see. What is the deal with this? Why? Blessed. Okay. Time to go. You have reach the boiling point of this. This is the biggest blessing. It's you know how I've said in the past, well, if you've been here for longer than a week, you probably have heard me say, you know, step up or step aside. Well, the time has come for you to step up And in this path, you haven't done it yet because you're afraid of stepping on toes. So Spirit's like, all right, time to go. Whoosh. And now it's whipping off everybody's masks. It's the revealing time. Don't worry about the skeletons that are coming out of the closet. Yeah, every single person on the planet has those. What you know about yourself and what you have owned about yourself, nobody can hold against you. And if somebody's making you or trying to make you feel subpar or inferior, figure out why. Why is that so important to them? Okay. Yeah. Some people are going to be in an endless cycle about this. The unfinished symphony, they go right back to square one, and you're seeing that some people get comfortable in that sense of safety, even if it's not healthy, because at least they know how to navigate it. This, the truth be told, what opportunities are opening up for you to break and end this cycle, which can be something of a lineage cycle, or it can just be this, perpetuated spirit lesson cycle. It's major cycles in your life that have to stop now, and it's revealing the people's most God-honest truth in your life. So this, the owl has the window in it. Owl represents death and rebirth, and it's also one of the most intense omens in a lot of cultures. So this, it's ending and opening. It's ending something to set you free from it. It's ending all illusions. But look, see the rose petals? The scent of the rose remains on the hand of the giver. This is truly a gift that life is giving you. The mask, what's underneath, might be absolutely, outstandingly beautiful. But you have to get to the reality of what's under the mask in order to see what the beauty is of it. The mask doesn't mean anything. The mask can be whatever you want. You can pick up multiple masks and have multiple aspects of you come through in different situations. This is the most blessed time for all this truth to come out, all this revealing to come ahead. So, where are we going to take this? All right, if this is geared towards relationships and you stay on this path, what is the projected outcome for you? Emotional instability. You will reach a breaking point if you continue on this path and you continue to procrastinate. Facing it head on, your best foot forward. You're going to see the emotional instability and the rocky waters and the issue with authority. I think that you're going to see the pushback of people trying to get you to be more complacent. And that's where you're going to be like, done. Off with it. Let's see. You're going to see their lack of progress and the lack of progress in the personal connection. And I see you just cashing in your chips, be like, I'm done. We have 2 8s here. Prosperity, abundance. You're walking away into something so much more in alignment with you. And I see the moon again on this. The moon, I don't feel like it's sad. I feel like it just needs to rest and recover. That might be validation. So let's see. If this is a life situation and you continue on this path, what is the projection? It feels like you're not having a victory in this one. It feels like you might be walking away with your tail between your legs, and I mean that in the most figurative form. All right, Spirit, I'm not reading half the deck in that. Come on. Yeah, it's too little, too late. Too late to make nice. In order to save yourself, which I do see you doing, you're going to have to close off communication with this situation. You're going to have to put a stop to all of it because it was so overwhelming and it was so confining. I mean, confining. Yeah. Confining? Yeah. Not to confide in a person, but confining, like trapped. And if you've been here for longer than 5 minutes, you might know that I sometimes trip and fall right on my face over my words, and it can be some of the funniest things ever. Anyway, in order for you to be able to see your future again and allow yourself to see joy, prosperity, and just possibility even, you're going to have to cut something out and close off that communication because it was smothering you, drowning you even. Incredibly unfair. So, Spirit, what is the archetype that those looking at relationships need to work with? Now, these are archetypes. I'm not calling anyone any sort of names. Let's see. The mother, nurturing, patience, unconditional love, joy, and birth of giving life. So yeah, you have to be the divine mother in this. Ooh. Child, mother and child. And then we have priest in reverse. So it violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. People's titles and entitlement. See where that has been burning in your life, and do the reparenting tactic. It's going to involve you getting back and grounded and looking back at this with unbridled compassion and nurturing. And you can probably hear the kitty in the background. Wait a moment. All right, friendships with animals, communication with spirit, nature. Yeah, absolutely. Being grounded, working with spiritual symbology, animals, even nature. If you pay really close attention, especially when you are contemplating these relationships, because this is your direct path, you will have a sign of something. So for instance, you're thinking about somebody's place in your life, and as you're thinking about them, you hear in the background somebody's conversation just pick up and the word no stands out. Then that is probably your answer to some aspect of that connection. So this is telling you to have patience and wait for your answer, wait for the outcome, and realize who has been taking advantage of their power in the situation. And you try and see yourself in this situation as innocently as possible, even though it's not favorable at times. It is a divine plan. So if we are looking at life situations, what do you need to know about this? Goodness. I did a birthday read today, which included 13 recordings. So what I did was, for the annual birthday readings, I do each individual month from your birthday and leading back to your birthday, and then I do a year overview. So you have 13 videos in one, and it can range from about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. It's really a lot of work and it's intense. I'm not tired, but it's a lot of reading, and I loved it. Oh. So if we're looking at a life situation, we have mediator, scribe, child, nature, and mother is in reverse at this point. So we see smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent, friendships with animals, and communication with nature. And then we have preserving knowledge and information, the gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in a personal, professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So this is talking about how the situation had tried to make itself completely indispensable in your life, yet still regarding you as dispensable. So you're seeing it at a fair point and weighing out the pros and cons and actively calling it out. So to be fair, be professional, and also not take it personally, because nothing about this is personal and geared towards you. This is somebody else's issue, and it's being projected onto you, but it has literally nothing to do with you. So this, speak your truth, speak what you know about the entire situation, and this might involve you having to have either an unbiased opinion or have some sort of documentation of this one, just so you know that this is fair and it's not outweighing anyone's side. It's about maintaining balance, and it's also proving that you can maintain the balance in this one. So, my dearest, this has been your daily insight on life and love. And again, it's for October 9th, 2020, also timeless. So if you happen to catch this in the future, this could have a message for you. I look forward to speaking with all of you, reaching out, looking for a personal reading or using one of my other services. Ask about the coronavirus, and I really look forward to speaking with you. So I'll see you tomorrow for the weekend reading. And until then, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are incredibly loved and appreciated. Have a great day.